Hello.
I thought I was the only one coming out here, and I thought that was for me. Hi, guys. So for this panel, we're going to do things, for those of y'all who don't know me, I'm Carina. I was a writer on the originals for all 5 seasons. Now you do know me. So
This is the amazing Carina MacKenzie, guys.
Yes, Carina.
This is the original daddy, Sebastian.
Come to Papa.
And Caspar, Zafer, Daniel Gillies, Charles Michael Davis. So we're going to do things a little differently. This one, we're going to have you guys, if you have questions for these gentlemen, you can start lining up on these mic stands like now, because I'm going to ask them a few questions that have just been burning in me for years. And then we're going to have you guys take over the job. You guys ready for the Inquisition?
Yeah. Hello.
We're ready.
Hello.
Are you ready, Atlanta? Wait. No, stop. Are you ready, Atlanta? Thank you.
I think he should just do the job. I'll go. I want to go get a taco or some barbecue. Okay, so. Oh my God, you're so exciting. Okay, so my first question is for Charles Michael Davis.
What?
So I asked on Twitter if people had questions for me to ask you guys, and I thought this was a good one for you. It's from a guy named Mark on Twitter. He said I could ask it of anyone, but I thought you were the guy for this question, Charles. The question is, what have you learned professionally, personally, whatever, in your time since the originals that you wish you could go back and tell yourself before you started the originals?
Go to more strip clubs with Daniel Gillies. Day 1, season 1. Why did I wait till the last season? God, we would have had memberships to Cheetahs. Would have had my own wings named after me. Marcel's hot and spicy pepper. Salt and lemon pepper.
Goodbye, my current relationship. Thank you. Good, thank you.
Do you see what I deal with? I put lots of thought into this. I want to ask Charles about a question that can allow him to talk about his process, but no.
All right,
We get chicken wings and strip clubs.
Let me open. I don't know. I mean, just the point of that was just to have more fun. Yeah, we'll just have more fun.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, original daddy.
Yes.
He just told me he just called himself the original daddy backstage, and I'm
right.
never gonna stop.
I'm your daddy. I know Pedro Pascal, is the daddy, but you know what? I'm sub-daddy.
That's a whole other genre, daddy. Okay, so you have played so many delicious villains on so many different projects over the years.
Yes.
My favorite, I love Michael Michelson, but one of my favorites was when you played a devious angel on Supernatural, and there was one episode where you decided you didn't like the Celine Dion song, so you went back in time and unsunk the ship.
Yes.
But my question for you is, what kind of villain is your favorite to play, and what kind of villain is your least favorite to play?
That's a very good question. I do play a lot of arseholes. But I am not an arsehole. No, I have to admit, I don't really consider, actually, Balthazar, who was the character on Supernatural, a villain, because he was kind of mirrored on me at the time.
Antagonist, perhaps?
What does that say about me? No, but I mean, there are, it depends. Balthazar was truly a character that I put a lot of myself into, which was really interesting. I showed up to the costume fitting, and she was like, "Can we take all your clothes?" And I was like, "No, because I'll be naked and walk home naked." And they basically mirrored my character's costume on me. So it was very close to the vest for me. But Michael Michelson, I love playing characters of great complexity. And I have to admit that Michael Michelson was an extremely complex character and required an enormous amount of preparation and energy, you know, to be face to face with the wonderful, you know, because Joseph and I had basically, you know, epic battles, verbal and physical battles. So it was really, that's what truly interested me in the character, is to delve into that complexity. And you know, I love characters that are incredibly well written. I thought it was beautifully written.
Thank you.
And really, really amazing.
Tell me more about that.
Yes, thank you, Carina. You did such a great job. What show are you doing next? No, but
you were in the very first episode that I ever wrote for the originals was the big return of Michael.
Yes.
And I was so nervous to meet you because I think I was like a little scared. And
yes.
You were so nice to me
Yeah.
my first time on set.
Oh, you were wonderful. Yeah. People do get scared. Yeah.
Good at your job. Good at your job. People
What can I
get
say?
scared of me
They're like-
too, but it doesn't mean I'm good at my job.
They go up to me and they're like, "Are you Gordon Ramsay?" And I say, "No."
Mr. Gillies, I took this job very seriously. I'm a very serious professional, as you all know. So I went back and I watched some old stuff that I hadn't seen since we wrapped. And Elijah started with a bang on The Vampire Diaries, and you carried that through so many seasons of TV. It's kind of rare that you get to do so many seasons of TV with a character. And I know that by the end, you must have just like felt like you must just put that suit on and like been able to just step into things. But then you did an episode 503, which was right after Marcel had erased Elijah's entire memory. And you got to do an episode where Elijah wakes up without any of his burdens, without any of his memories, without his suit. And I don't know if you remember very well, but watching it was like you carried yourself differently. You had a whole new thing. Do you remember that? And was that a specific thing for you?
Yeah, I wish I'd done a little bit more. So I don't know how we would have figured this out with shooting, but I turned up to set and I had a beard, and Joe was like, well, that'd be kind of really interesting too, and we couldn't figure it out with the schedule.
You had some scruff. You had some scruff on there.
Scruff, but it was like, oh, that'd be really interesting, and just kind of, you know, it was so fun because I think it was Joe's. Was it his second or his third time directing? Second time directing. It was really fun, and he got to do something really different. I mean, it was
third. Yeah.
It was his third. Yeah. And that was kind of one of the greatest joys of it. I would have loved to explore that more. I mean, it's just a blessing to do that, and then to sort of find his way back, and then we sort of manufactured Manosque, right? Was the place that he was supposed to be with us. It was. I mean,
he was like playing the piano.
Right.
He was a whole new guy.
Yeah. Shamefully hamming it up because, as you know, I can't.
It's supposed to be my storyline. I was supposed to play the piano and speak French and do all sorts of cool shit.
Yeah. But
and wear a suit. That's true. When they asked, when Julie called anything you want to try, I go, I think it'd be cool if Marcel wore suits. And they go,
That's the one thing. It was in Gillies' contract. No suits. Caspar, you had like a really unique experience. You did The Vampire Diaries and introduced this character, and then on the originals, this character first came back in somebody else's body.
Right.
Finn came to us.
He did an amazing job.
As the great use of Gatewood, who I think we all were just wildly impressed with him. And then we had you come back again and take over. What was that like? Did you like go back and watch any of his stuff, or were you like, no, I got
did,
this.
but I tried not
I started.
to. I tried not to because I thought you can't imitate someone. Well, where's that going to go?
He was inimitable. For
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. No, it was strange, but then I just tried to take it back to what I'd done in The Vampire Diaries. And I quite enjoyed it actually because, I don't know, the writing was a little bit more... I felt that he was a little bit more great, but he was a little bit stronger. I felt a little bit less mummy's boy, and a little bit that first bit when I came back, I was like, I think it was Nathaniel's character who we met. I met in the street at night, and it was a little bit more, fuck you kind of thing.
Nathaniel's character, but like in Daniel Sharman's body. We had a whole new. We were like, okay, so here's where we've been. That was amazing.
It was fun. It was really fun coming back like that. Yeah.
It was really cool for us to be able to, like, you know, mix it up a little and then bring you guys back, bring it all full circle. Okay, so we're going to throw it to you guys to ask some questions because it looks like you have a lot. Yeah. Oop.
Hello.
I don't think the mic is on.
Try the left one. Yeah, the
yeah.
right one.
Okay, my name's Katrin. My question is for Caspar. Do you wish that you had more storyline?
Yeah.
I do too. I wish you did too.
Yeah, I always wished I was a little bit more naughty in it. I don't mean that perversely. I mean a little bit more wild and that sort of thing. And I get in the context with the other characters, I think it was important to have somebody like that. But yeah, of course, I would have liked to have been, you know, a bit more bad boy.
Yeah, I wished you had more too.
Yeah. By the way, this is the first time I've met.
No, first time I've met my dad.
This is my
I
son.
know. In real life as well.
And this is the first time we meet.
That's why he was such a mommy's boy.
You'd be surprised how often that happens to Sebastian, by the way. That people come up to me like, I'm your son, apparently.
I called my mother, my real mother, to ask her if it's true, and she said yes.
Honestly, you guys look alike. I can see it. I see the lineup.
Son. I started early.
We've got some jawlines on this stage. Next question.
I just want to say congratulations to your continuing success that you all did. The original was my most favorite show ever. And part one where Daniel came in with the 2 hearts in his hands and dropped them to get ready for battle. How many props did you guys have to go through of hearts? I'm really wondering because there was
a lot.
Awesome. It was so good. You had tons of hearts.
We were using actual pig
hearts.
hearts.
Yeah.
So yeah, we often used pig hearts from a butcher shop.
No
yeah.
way! Oh my God!
Yeah.
See, that's
Farm to table, right there.
Cool.
And then ate them for lunch.
Very organic, environmentally friendly.
Yeah, we don't know what was in the chili.
Seasoned.
Organic.
Organically grown.
Artisanal.
Yeah. Hi.
Come on in.
Hi,
Little help.
thanks. So I kind of have 2 questions, kind of like.
Sure.
The first one is for
Get closer to the mic.
Get real close.
There we go.
Danielle Gillies. And I have a question. If you had a choice to wear like different outfits other than a suit, would you?
If I had a choice to wear a suit, would I?
Like a different other
Different
than a suit.
outfit, Daniel.
Do you wish Elijah had been able to like wear different wardrobe, or were you good in the suit?
No, I love the suit. That's the way I want to be, for sure.
Okay.
I would have loved to have seen him in a cocktail dress.
Those were some expensive suits.
That's what he did in his dressing room.
I would have liked like cowboy boots.
Yeah.
Cocktail dress, but with cowboy boots.
Or just the suit. He's got the suit on, and he's got Crocs. Just Elijah and Crocs. Hi, what's your question?
Hi. First off, my mom loves you and she would kill me if I didn't tell you, Daniel.
Oh,
He gets that a lot.
I'm honored.
The other one's
My mom has a photo. My mom has a photo album or a electric photo frame, and it sorts through photos. They like show up, and every once in a while, the one that she took with you on set just pops up, and I'm like, I've moved on. Mom, she's like, I just love it. It's so nice.
He's awful. Get him out of there.
But
Thanks. Give your mom a big hug from me.
I will. She'll love it.
What's your question?
My question is, do you think Elijah and Haley got enough closure? But if you don't, what do you wish happened instead?
You know, to me, that wasn't my decision to make. And because, look, we gave you guys a lot of episodes of the show and a lot of love between them. And there was never the promise that they would ride off happily in the sunset together. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just grateful that I got to work with Phoebe Tonkin that closely, and that she's a wonderful person, and I think it was incredibly romantic, that relationship. So I don't really look at it as like this needs to be perfect, the finale of how they ended. You know, it was what it was. I didn't control that. You know.
I'll say we laid some groundwork in the last season. Elijah said, I think he said, "Save me a dance" or something to Haley, and we thought about like, do we after they die, do we want to see that he like what got achieved peace and we want to see them together. And the reason that we didn't, well, partly because the last shot of the show should have been Klaus and Elijah as it was. But the other thing was that Vampire Diaries had sort of gone to peace and gone to heaven and showed everybody what everyone was doing in heaven. And we had always thought that our show was just smarter. No, I'm kidding. We had always thought that letting the question of were Elijah and Klaus able to achieve true redemption, were they able to find true peace in the end, was the question that we wanted to leave the audience with at the end. And I'm really proud of that. If you're wondering what I think, that's what I think. But I think it happened. Thank you.
Hi. So I want to know, like, who your favorite person to work with on the show was. Like,
It's a very divisive question. But of course it's Charles. No.
That's not my. Wait, I want to change my.
Saccharine. This cast loved each other very much, and we really loved working together. Like, it's weird when people say you guys must have gone out all the time with each other. We really didn't. Because we felt like we socialized with one another so much. Unless you guys were quite doing it in a clandestine fashion because of fuck Gillies, let's go out without him. Which you could have been doing, but as far as I knew, like we didn't need to socialize because
We just didn't want to go to the strip club, Daniel. You only went to one
It's like,
place.
no, I'm not the fucking pink pony again. Gillies is like the mayor of that place. He's like Norm from Cheers. He walks in and he says, all right. One of the strips is an ottoman for him. This is terrible. Okay, I took a dark corner. What were we going with? Hey, how do we get to strip clubs? Sorry.
Who do you enjoy working with?
We all laughed every day, all the time. It was so enjoyable, wasn't it?
I've never known so much laughter on a set.
I agree. I concur. It was truly, it was an unbelievably professional set with a lot of fun too. Yeah. You know, a lot of people had a wicked sense of humor, and that's really fun, but super professional. So it was a real delight going on set. We like bashing each other's heads, and then
And you and Joseph were constly
sometimes bashing each other's cars.
Jokes and the rest of it.
Joseph and Daniel,
the running daily
the shit
thing.
that they used to do.
Well, but I do think too, we were ready. Like we were so Joe and I felt like we could do that because we were ready. You know, we made a pact with each other. We weren't going to bring our phones to set, for example. Like in the first couple of seasons, I think we lasted. But it was good though because it sort of set a precedent for we're gonna. We were so ready that we felt that we could mess around, basically,
No, there was a real tone of professionalism on that set. Even when you guys were hitting each other's cars with your cars, it was still. It was. Nobody came to work unprepared. Nobody very professional.
Thank you.
Anybody else want to say who their favorite person to work with was?
Daniel Campbell.
Everyone, yeah, you can.
Daniel Campbell. Yeah. Phoebe Tonkin, Riley, all of them.
I cast like half the originals cast on my next show, so, and I got another one in the pipeline, so we'll see. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Vanessa, and I just wanted to know if you guys could play any other species except the one that you do play, what would it be and why?
You mean any other supernatural species?
Yeah, like any other supernatural species, what would you play? Other
tree frog.
On the show or?
Yeah, on
the show.
Oh.
I wouldn't mind being a werewolf. That'd be fun.
Werewolf would be fun. I like
the
dogs.
Moon. Lose your clothes every time. Wake up naked in a bush. I don't know. No, maybe not.
Honestly, I don't know if you want to say that. There are a lot of bugs in these Georgia woods.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I don't think they had that much fun.
What would you choose for legacies? Like you want to be Santa Claus?
There was an evil Santa Claus on Legacies.
I'll be the evil Santa Claus.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I'll be the evil elf.
I'll be drunk Santa Claus.
No, it's good to be a hybrid. Is cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the question.
Hi, I'm MacKenzie.
Hi, MacKenzie.
My question is if there were any reboot or any new season, would you guys want to be involved?
Imagine there's like a big budget and it's like HBO and like you can curse.
Yeah.
Now
Yes.
Yeah.
If they pay me my
I'd
current
sign
rate,
up for that now.
yes.
I'd sign up for that for no money now. Like if they were like HBO curse and that'd be amazing.
Absolutely, yeah.
It would just be True Blood, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right.
As long as they don't kill me again.
How many times was it?
I die in everything I do. I mean, twice, 3 times? I can't remember.
Once, twice.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Alexandra. I have a question for Shawn Michael David. Is there anything you could have added or changed about Marcel and Davina relationship?
Could have added in Marcel's as a character?
In Davina's relationship.
Oh, in Davina? That I could have added to it?
Like anything you wish that you guys had explored in Marcel and Davina's relationship.
I wish you could have seen like the fun side of their relationship. Like, did they go on field trip days? You know, like they took her to like the carnivals in town.
Compelling television, by the way, guys. That's it. Why did the writers leave that out?
Because, you know, he just kept her in the attic, you know?
That's it.
Like, what else did they do?
I mean, what a beautiful relationship to get to explore with her, those two, from the weird, creepy girl in the attic all the way to like that really heartbreaking scene where you lost her. It was that's some of your best work, if you ask me.
Yeah.
It was all downhill from there.
Yeah.
I haven't watched anything you've done since, frankly.
Today.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. My name's Elena. I actually have a question for all of you. Who is one character on the show that annoyed or frustrated you?
Well, for me it would be... No, for me it would be, as the character of Michael, it would have to be Klaus. Boy!
This man can work the crowd.
As Finn, it would obviously be all of my brothers because they locked me in a fucking box for however long. So that's no question.
You mean as a character or
As yourselves.
Oh. Well. Well, Oliver Ackland's character Tristan sort of was annoying. Well, you know, it was because Oliver was so talented, and I was just jealous. And I was watching and thinking, this guy's too good. Get him off the show.
He was like our mini Elijah. Wore the suits,
so
did the
good.
thing.
I would say Josh, Steven Kruger's character. We just couldn't get rid of him. And then when he finally died in the last season, those were tears of joy.
He's the only character I think we
Such an asshole
showed
on
fine
set.
true. He wasn't annoying.
Annoyingly charming. Fun.
I was annoyed by Summer Fontana because I kept trying to find things that this tiny child couldn't do, and I'd be like, and then one single tear rolls down her face and hits the painting, and she'd just be like, okay, and do it, and I was like, this is very stressful for me. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I love this show, by the way. You guys are amazing. So I spent about 75% of my time crying watching this show. I just want to know how you guys prepared for those scenes or like got into character.
For the difficult scenes.
Yeah, like just like the real emotional ones.
I mean, the writing was so strong. I thought that it really, you know, if the writing is strong enough, it's 90% of the work that's done.
Like I said, I have another show now.
No, but for me, it's always been like that. It's always been the word. So that really was unbelievably helpful. And you know, when you're about to die on a show that you've been for a long time, there is quite a lot of emotion that comes with it, you know. And you know, Joe and I had gone through what we went through for a long time, and you know, I knew this was my last scene, and so it does, you know, help with the emotion, you know, not only the writing. That's my.
That and seeing that was like when he was like, "Why do you hate me so much?" and you were like, "Oh." Yeah. Beautiful.
Gillies? Gillies, I remember he had a scene where your memories come back and we're in the church and you kind of like collapse. And while we were filming it on his coverage, like it was like me, Phoebe, who else was Joe there? I don't, but it like made me genuinely cry and the camera's not even on me. How did you prepare for that?
Well, then when the cameras turned around and they're on me, it was garbage. I gave you hot garbage.
He went like this.
Just eating chilies, trying to make myself vomit for the tears. No, I don't know. No, the show was really demanding in that way. But it was, I don't know. It's kind of case specific. It just depended on what the scene demanded as to how we would prepare for it. But
do you personalize it? Is that like something? Is it a personal?
Sometimes I tried that, but I found that I was better to not personalize it. I actually found like I had more to give when I didn't go into my own jumble sale in my head. You know?
Just let it flow amongst the other actors.
It was easier that way. I mean, you still have to prepare, but like if you go into your own memories, it wasn't as good. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey y'all, my name's Laura. This is for Daniel. So do you think, you said something earlier, so I think it might be a no. Do you think Haley was Elijah's one true love of his long life?
Yeah, well, so Carina can help me with this. Who were his other loves? He had
the first Nina Dobrev.
The first Nina Dobrev character, right? What was her, Tatiana? Tatya. And then what's the and then he had the girl from Manosque. What was her name?
Antoinette.
Thank you. And then what's the name of the hot black lady? What was it like what's that?
Celeste.
Thank you, Celeste. Good. So yeah, let's just go with Haley because I can't remember the fucking names of everybody else.
Thank you.
Klaus was the love of Elijah's life.
Yeah. Elijah's life was one long evening at Pink Pony. It was, let's leave it at that.
All the ones you could
Thank
fit
you for the
in the suit
question.
pockets.
Oh, just making it.
This is a panel on vampires, and the sun is shining on me.
I need more women on this panel immediately.
You got your daylight.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Sorry, it's not you.
No.
Now the sun went away. There you go.
I wish I had glitter so I could Robert Pattinson it and just be like, fucking just doing it. Like, yeah, fuck you, this is me. It's really me.
Okay, next question.
Okay,
Put these guys to quiet these people.
Hi, my name's Evan. This is kind of for all of y'all. Obviously, your characters had a huge impact on people's lives. Was there ever like a scene or a moment that made you realize that, or was it like a complete surprise when the show came out?
Right now?
Yeah.
Like now, it's pretty stunning.
Yeah.
I mean, the first public appearance was Comic-Con. And I think, I didn't have any understanding of it, and I thought we were going to have like the biggest room because of the success of Vampire Diaries. And then we ended up getting like Hall, I don't know, H or something like that.
It was a big room.
Yeah, it was a very big room. And I remember turning to Joe right before we were going to go and just even see the room, and he was kind of like, and I was like, are you nervous? He goes, yeah, man, I hope people show up. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, of course. I was like, we should have got a bigger room. I'm offended. We should have got the same room as Game of Thrones. Bigger.
Supernatural.
Full legs,
I don't know, but that was always...
Thank you.
It's been really special because the show being on Netflix and stuff, like people rediscover Vampire Diaries and then rediscover the originals, and so it feels like there's just a constant, just feels like there's sort of a constant influx of new people who are being affected by it, which is really special. I don't think that that's a thing that a lot of people get to experience in their careers. Next question, please.
Hi, my name's Alize, and my question is there any storyline or any idea you guys had that you would have liked to see on the show?
Yeah, we always...
The strip club.
Yeah. No, we joked around about seeing them in the 70s.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
The 60s and the 70s flashback. Disco, there's dancing. Like not a care in the world. Elijah's just cutting loose.
I would have loved to have had that would have been amazing.
Would have been amazing.
I would have loved a flashback, like, at the court of Louis XIV, me speaking, because I'm half French.
Prove it. Say something in French.
Alors, j'aurais vraiment aimé qu'on fasse un flashback dans la cour de Louis XIV, parce que j'adore parler français, évidemment.
Ah,
donc, you know. Also, the storyline I would have loved is for me not to die.
Yeah, actually, Carina, that's interesting. Did you, because the flashback stuff was hard, it was just hard to facilitate, right? And I was always kind of wondering, like, if you guys, because you wrote something for me to sing one time, and I was like, oh, cool, I get to sing something, you know, and then they scratched it for time, but, and
they heard you sing, and then...
that was it. They're like, this is death. But, like, you know, like we, several of us spoke languages and things like that, and I thought, oh, that would be really interesting. I wondered, because the flashback stuff was just difficult to do.
It was so hard. Like, there's a reason that we were always like, okay, this is like in a field, in a flash. Like, you know, we didn't have a lot of, honestly, like, I'm so proud of the way the show looks because we did not have a lot of money to make that show, guys. Like, Game of Thrones, like, sneezed out of 3 episodes for us. Like, you know. And so I think that we were limited in some ways. I mean, that's honestly why we don't get to do stuff like the 80s and the 70s and the 90s, because it's so expensive to do that stuff. But yeah, I mean, that would have been my wish too.
You could have got a discount on the using the Pink Pony as a location.
Y'all are wondering what to do after work if you want to run into these guys.
There should be a plaque at the Pink Pony. Daniel Gillies was there.
I've never been there, by the way.
Never been there.
I've been there.
Daniel Gillies came here.
Or maybe Charles.
She does. Anyway.
Yeah, I wish we'd been able to do different flashbacks and just really dive in. The Vampire Diaries got to do more flashbacks than we did. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm really nervous. My name is Jessica. This is Isaac. I wanted to know, once you guys got y'all's, you know, your role and everything, how difficult was it for you guys to get into like,
into character?
Yes.
To get into character.
Yes, like how long within like doing the scenes and stuff could you actually like bond with the character that you guys were playing?
I mean, as I was, you know...
It's a really smart question. The reason that they're quiet is because no one's asked it of them before, so they're thinking...
No, as I said before, you know, sometimes a character jumps off the page onto you, and, you know, when I auditioned for Michael, it seemed... It felt evident that I was going to get that role. To me, you know, it spoke to me, not, you know, that I was a homicidal maniac, but no, but it spoke to me. It's as if it spoke my language, and I understood the character instantly. And I think it was the same for. I mean, I don't want to speak for you guys, but everyone felt so well cast in their roles, and that it seemed fairly seamless to me anyway. It took
Sebastian's
a lot.
agent called him and was like, "You booked it," and he was like, "Of course I did."
I actually auditioned for Klaus. You know that? I would have been a bit too old, but no. Anyway, it just felt seamless. It needed a humongous amount of energy and concentration, though, to have that sort of revengeful rage perpetually inside of you. Yeah.
I didn't know you auditioned for Klaus. That's so interesting.
It's so weird.
They had a really interesting thing with Klaus where they didn't put like a type on the breakdown. They had no idea who they wanted to come in and do this. They had no idea who the character was going to be. They were like, we're going to find the actor and then we'll find the character.
Yeah, so when I auditioned for Elijah, they said, thank you, we're looking older, and they said goodbye, and I thought I'd done something kind of interesting, and I was like, okay, I guess that's just gone. And then 2.5 months went by, and then they called back and said, we decided to go younger,
it's because when Elijah originally, I'm just an encyclopedia over here. When they originally conceived of Elijah, they hadn't decided that he was Klaus's brother yet. And so then they shifted it. I think it was like all happening kind of at once as they were deciding who was going to be who.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or they just like saw so many people and they were just like, we really just missed that guy, Daniel Gillies. Just bring him back.
Mm-hmm. But it made sense. I mean, it made complete sense. And actually, because I did, that's why I auditioned for Michael, and it made way more sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Charles, when you auditioned for Marcel, were you just like, yeah, I got this?
Well, yeah, it was actually really. Yeah, that was the first time though. It was a really strange thing. My confidence was pretty high in my craft, and I just booked a recurring on Grey's Anatomy. And Grey's Anatomy, Sandra Oh. No, but there's a funny story about it. Because Trish Standard, I had worked with the UPM from Vampire Diaries, and she had reached out to me randomly. I got the audition for Marcel, and I was just like so confident. I messaged her and said, "I'll see you in Atlanta," which I would never really say. And I got the role, and I looked at it, and I told all my friends, like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get this one." I was pretty confident. And then in the whole audition process I just felt like I was getting better and better. And then I remember in the final one, it was me and Pedro Pascal. And Pedro was auditioning for Marcel. He had a fever of, not even an exaggeration, of 102. He was gray. And I was like, we should probably come back on another day. I really want to give him a shot at. He was like, no, it's okay. He's like, it's okay. And then later I saw.
And then Charles says, your career's over.
I said, your career's over. I would see him later. I go, wow, that really turned out okay for you.
So you're telling me, that, when you come to my birthday party at Saddle Ranch, that could be Pedro Pascal.
It could have been Pedro Pascal.
Daddy.
Yeah. You could have had Pedro. You could have had the daddy.
I want to talk to the casting director.
But I ran into him, and he had already done Game of Thrones and Narcos, and I think he had other things in the book, and we were at some event party, and I was like, hey, I remember you had 102 degree. He goes, yeah. He goes, that role was for you. He goes, I could tell that day you were just locked in, and I was like, yeah, it looks like things turned out pretty well for you too, my man.
Yeah, condolences.
I think better for you.
Thank you so much.
Hi, I have a 10-second request before my question, if that's okay. Daniel, can you speak some Spanish now that we've heard Sebastian speak?
Sí, claro que sí. ¿Pero hablas español? ¿Hablas?
I don't know Spanish.
No.
I love you.
You could say anything, Daniel.
That was amazing.
It sounds really hard.
Cualquiera tú quieres.
It sounds really hard.
No.
She's like, no, I don't care what you say. I just want to hear you
No
say
te
it.
preocupes. That's it.
Okay, my question. So my name's Cassie. I'm from Melbourne, Australia. So I just want to say thank you so much for coming. An opportunity of a lifetime for me. Daniel, you're the main reason I'm here. No offense to
Thank you.
anybody
Thanks
else.
very much. Yeah, thank you.
What?
No, let's just keep it. Let's just let's.
Please don't throw another microphone, Sebastian.
Let's just enjoy this moment. Let's all silently. Just.
So my question, Daniel, and to the other cast as well, but Daniel specifically, I know you've done a lot of cons across the world recently. I'm wondering which one you prefer most. If it's here, if it's Australia.
I prefer doing the ones in the States, if I'm honest, just because they've been doing them for a little bit longer. So they're a little better organized. But it is a tremendous privilege to be able to travel to places like everywhere. And it's pretty great. Yeah, I love doing them in Australia. And I was doing I did the one in Australia. I signed for that one because I was doing the show down there. Yeah. So I mean, it's not heartbreaking to have to go to Paris or Belgium or these places. We're spoiled.
But no place better than Covington. Come on, that was your opportunity.
Oh, God damn it.
You blew it.
Yeah, that's true.
Covington, where you at?
I said the States before.
Thank you. I'd love to
You
hear
guys
others
make it.
as well, if you guys want to share.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lovely to meet you.
You guys make it so special for them, and like Daniel said earlier, the cast really likes each other, so they get to go to Paris with a bunch of their friends and then hang out with the fans. It's not a bad life.
It's a lot of fun.
It's not a bad life.
It's a win-win for everybody.
Hi.
Next question, please.
My heart's racing.
Hi.
Breathe.
Before I ask my question, I just want to say sorry to Charles because when we were doing the photo ops, I decided to stand next to Daniel and I felt bad after.
Yeah, I don't hold a grudge.
Thank you for apologizing because he was crying about it
He's
back
very, very accustomed to that. Don't.
I did in my meet and greet. I said, "Who's your favorite character?" Myself excluded, and I think half of them said Elijah.
Who are the other 50% of you? You're a disgrace. Get out of here. Lovely to meet you.
Joe sent them.
Yeah, sure. Minions. Hi.
Okay, what's your question?
My question was, if you guys had a reality TV show, what would you call it?
Oh, that's great.
Dysfunctional.
You can't top that. That's better. Dysfunctional.
Dysfunctional island. Put us on an island.
Dysfunctional island.
I'll be honest.
Yeah, if we learned anything, it's put on an island in the title of the show.
Island.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, it's nice to meet y'all.
Nice to meet you.
My name's Michaela, and I had a question earlier during one of the panels, but they really didn't know what to say for it. But it's really for you, Daniel. It's in
Well, no wonder. Maybe he wasn't on the panel.
No, it happened in Legacy.
Shade.
It happened in Legacy. Like at the end when they collected Niklaus's ashes, but they didn't collect Elijah's. So I was wondering how you felt about that.
Okay, wait. So listen.
I asked the question.
So what had happened was...
Just let me explain it for a second.
You didn't know about this.
I wasn't working on this show, but I wanted. So at the end of Legacies, they
So
brought
we all
Joe,
went back
Joe
to
came back.
Legacy.
And in order for Joe to come back, they had to explain how they were able to get Joe to come back and give Hope this one last message. And I think Freya was like, "We collected Niklaus's ashes with a spell." And they all want to know, well, what about Elijah's ashes?
They said they went to the depth of the ocean to collect his ashes, but they didn't collect yours.
They scattered.
I wanted them to collect it for you. That's why.
She's part of the other 50%.
They scattered it. I think they scattered your ashes in a field of cows and pig hearts to help with.
It might have been that, like, Gillies, were you just like too expensive to come back for like a quick Zoom at the end of the show? Were you too busy?
I
ashes stay in the
don't.
ocean.
I'm just very hurt right now. Just very, very hurt.
I'm hurt for you. They
I know.
forgot about Uncle Elijah.
I feel like a pile of gray ash at the bottom of an ocean.
They went and they picked up every one of his ashes, but they just left you to go.
We got time for like 2 more questions.
Thank you so
Sorry,
much.
guys.
Imagine them
Ashes
coming
to
around
ashes.
Hi, my name is Claudia. I'm from Alaska.
Wow, long journey.
Very.
Welcome to America.
Charles skipped geography class.
That's okay, I fell asleep in geography.
Let me be the first.
I have a question for all of you.
Bonjour.
But throughout the shows, what was your least favorite character?
Of the shows?
Throughout the shows, what was your least favorite character?
Oh,
Whether you had to work with
we
them or
have
not.
one of our exquisite writers here with us. This is a difficult.
You think I didn't hate some of them? I hated some of them.
Karina, what was your least favorite character?
Yeah, Carina, who was your least favorite character?
There are just so many to choose from.
Character without the actor.
Yeah. I loved all the actors.
Was there one character that was just really tough to write for?
Oh, that's interesting.
There was situations.
Yeah. Marcel was hard for me to write for. Because there was so much that, this is actually not me blowing smoke. I like to write to what I think you guys are so good at, and you had this crazy range of you could be the life of a party, or you could be I knew that what I loved to write with Joe and Gillies was them fighting with each other, both being right at the same time and digging in deep. With you, it was it felt like I could choose from anything, so sometimes it was hard.
You're saying I was very unspecific. Thank you.
No. I'm
Also,
saying
too, she's
Marcel-
very, very racist. But sure.
I'm saying Marcel was just an enigma to me. The character that I didn't like to write was, honestly, I had a hard time, I think, with Finn. Because the version of Finn, I knew the Vampire Diaries so well when I came in. And the version of Finn that was in my head was your version. And then we took him in this wildly different direction, and it was so annoying to me that we were on this wildly different direction. And I kept wanting to be like, we're doing it wrong, guys. Like, this isn't the guy.
Karina,
so when we had Yusuf in to be Finn, it was tough for me.
What about the so every season had its like it's bad guy or girl, right? Was that stuff like, were any of those particularly hard? Because remember when we had who was the little girl? I did the episode directly with you and
Blue.
Yeah, with Blue. You know, was
The
that
Hollow.
stuff
Blue, the Hollow.
Yeah, that stuff must have been difficult. Or did we?
So hard, and also like bordering on problematic sometimes. Like we had this like native girl who was the most evil thing that's ever been
Right.
at the time. Like, and no, we those villains were really hard. You know, when you have a show that is based on the villains, and you're trying to keep them, you kind of trying to keep their edge. When you bring in a big bad villain, and the big bad villain has to be more threatening than your lead characters, who are the biggest and baddest of all time, it was like really hard to try to figure out what could get to them.
Well, that's why Claudia Black was kind of great, because she just squashed us. You know, we were like, all right.
Oh yeah, she was phenomenal.
I was gonna, I instantly thought of Claudia as actually one of the great bads. Truly, what a delight to work with her. My God, Claudia Black, who played
Dahlia.
Dahlia.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, it's hard to say least favorite character.
Matt Davis.
Honestly,
I don't even like his character.
I'll
enough
tell you,
to say his
I
name.
don't like Lark Salzman. I think he's a bad dad
Yeah.
and a bad headmaster.
That guy.
That's all right.
There you go. I think Matt Davis is lovely,
Boo.
Very handsome. Very handsome.
but Lark not good at either of his jobs.
Hi.
Nice.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
I hope y'all can hear me.
Yeah, if you tilt the mic up, honey.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
This is our last question. I'm so sorry, you guys. We're already running over.
My name's Paige. I was going to ask a different question.
Maybe one more. Maybe one more after this. Don't go.
I just want to know, was it ever hard for y'all to like get out of character?
No.
No?
No. We'd be out of
Was it
character.
hard for you to get out of character?
No, I mean, I went and, I was working on another show, which was a half-hour comedy, younger, and then I just moved on to other characters. You know, some of my friends would say, yeah, while I was working, my attitude changed, and then that would open up certain aspects of me, and then, but other than that, it wasn't hard to get out of character.
When Marcel turned into that Uber vampire, you would just attack us at dinner. Like you were a
Yeah.
psycho. I'm kidding. You're totally not.
I'd be like, order the calamari! Boy!
You're like, I already did.
Put some lemon on it! And then we're going to the pink pony! To meet Gillies!
One more. Gillies' house.
Who's in character as Elijah? Making it rain.
Last but not least.
One last question.
Thank you so much for letting
Making
me
it
ask,
hail.
by the
Like
way.
how he throws the coins. But like taking it.
Right,
These guys don't.
Shut up, boys.
They keep taking up your time.
So my question is actually for you. So thank you.
See? I knew. She had kind eyes.
Thank you. I just loved all of the shows, and they meant a lot to me in my life too, for a lot of different periods that I had. So I just want to appreciate you guys for everything that you've done as well. But then my only question about one of them was, I know why Klaus had to die for his daughter, but why did he have to be gone for all of her childhood? Like, what's the logic behind, I get the hollow, but the dagger for so many years?
I think that honestly, it was because we wanted to do this big time jump. We wanted to see what an older Hope, who could be really formidable with Klaus, was like, and we didn't want to miss a bunch of bonding. So I think that was what it was really about, was creating some distance, giving them space. And I gotta tell you, as a writer, the scenes that I got to write at the beginning of season 5, when Klaus and older Hope as Danielle Rose Russell, they were some of the best scenes I think I wrote. They were incredibly cathartic for me to write, like daddy issues. But also, seeing them stood up in front of a camera was one of my best days on set ever. It was really extraordinary to see what she could do. So I think that's why. I think it was just time. Not that Summer Fontana has, like I said, it was annoying to write for Summer Fontana because she would make it so much better than I thought it could be. I'd be like, okay, let me throw some more big words in here. But getting somebody who could look Klaus in the eye, almost, with an apple box, was special for that last run.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for
Thank you so much, guys. We love you.
Thank you.